Hello and welcome back to Factorio Atlantis. We are attempting to build a mega base in the ocean. And right now, that means putting down a lot of blueprints. Can't put that one down yet, that's annoying. No. Looks like a lot of these things don't quite have the last platform piece down. Oh, can put one there. Okay, that's a counterclockwise. Sorry, clockwise, not anti-clockwise. There we go. So that can go down. It's all about the Roboport coverage. Okay, we have this supply station using the train supply manager, and we have a train being loaded up with iron. It's currently manually fueled, so that's going to go hideously wrong at some point. Okay, there's a suspicious... Alright, anti-clockwise. And these train cells are set up to alternate clockwise and anti-clockwise directions. Right, so this will be clockwise. That's not fully built out yet. So I'm trying to get to this because I need it, and I'm trying to get to this because I need it. Right, that's blueprinted, that's ready to be blueprinted. The clockwise cells have their signals on the inside, the anti-clockwise cells have their signals on the outside. That's how you can tell. Alright, I'm not going to build any more up there for now. We are building flooring here for some steam power, and again steam power. And the way it works is we're making solid fuel quite badly, but it's enough to back these up. And one line of solid fuel can, I believe, run 3 stacks of boilers. So initially what we're going to do is just feed them through 2 stacks of boilers, and we'll work up towards 3 when we feel braver. Okay. So by now you've probably seen this. I'm building with pontoons over water. There we go. So the blueprint, when I hold down shift, places pontoon blueprints, which the bots will eventually place. Then I come back later and we overwrite them with the same blueprint, and when it's placed down on top of something, it then places down the actual items, which in this case is belts. Alright. There we go. So that will be the flooring we need to join these together. Looks pretty good though, I like it. These are our 2 design areas. So I've actually landfilled 2 entire grids. And this is where we can start to design things like what should the rail look like. And obviously this is a ridiculous one, it's not signaled correctly. This is a better one, signaled better. And this is our train. So I really want copper. That's not going to happen. So I think what I'm going to do is go to a design space and design something. Now, to do that, I would need a train, because it's a bit too far to walk, particularly since I can't walk on water. Right, let's kill that. Right, so I want to add a temporary way station. Can I not? There. Right, I don't want 5 seconds past it, goodness me. I want a wait condition. I don't really understand how that works. All right, we'll probably work it out in a minute. So, train comes. No, because there was no wait condition. Happy words, happy thoughts. Where has that thing even gone? Right, it's coming home. Right. Try again. Okay, so add a wait condition. Full cargo? Okay, because we should not have full cargo. I was looking for circuit condition, but it doesn't seem like... well, anyway. Okay, so this... No! I am not happy now. Let's set it to wait for 20. Oh, scratchy eyeball. Right, let's try this again. So, that train that had fuel stuff in it has parked itself in the depot. That's cool. Okay. Why can I not... Because you can only enter from one side. Okay, where do I actually want to go? I actually want to go here. And I haven't learnt my lesson. Okay, jump out. Okay, get rid of that. I can go home. So I'm now on this nice bit of building things area. So we can design stuff. Right, so the first thing is, this comes in, commit, commit. Stop here or stop here, go out. Now, is this the same signaling as we had down here? Let's have a look. In, commit, commit. Okay, so I had chain. But, alright, so I think I want chain there. I want a full signal there, because a train could realistically spend a bit of time. There we go. Alright, and then let's do the same thing here. So get rid of that. There. We are really working our bots. Okay, so here we are. So what did we decide? We decided this needed to be a chain signal, because I don't want the train leaving. This is all pretty well covered. Yeah, it is. I don't want a train leaving this area until it can leave. Okay, so let's imagine that this is a requester. There. And this requester station is going to be called... I don't know the official name of the Red Science Pack. I think of it as Science Pack 1, but I believe they may have been renamed. Automation Science Pack. Okay, so we are going to guess that this is... so that's our iron ore station. Now, for this to work, it needs to have some extra gubbins. It needs to have a train requester. It needs to be powered. There. And then we'll need some cabling, but I don't want to set up the cabling until this is where I want the final thing. Okay. Then we're going to unload. And again, we're unloading on the opposite side of the signals. There we go. Right, this is completely overkill for this. So let's take advantage of it being overkill to minimize the UPS. All right. Now, do I care about buffering? I think the answer is it will get buffered. All right. So we are going to do this. And then if you're ever doing this trick, you have to have at least, you have to have a belt that runs past both sides of the splitter. Otherwise it can't empty the splitters quickly enough to get your extra throughput. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is ridiculous overkill for what we're building. But that is our iron ore in. Okay, so let's copy this. And I want to copy it including the signals, but not including the power poles. Hold down Shift, delete the power poles. Right, because that's our iron side. This is our copper side. Do I want to do it that way or do I want to do it that way? Okay, doing it that way, it clashes with a power pole. I think I'm going to do it this side. And devs, if anyone's watching, signals should quick replace. Okay, so this is our copper. And I'll rename the station in a minute. Right, and then this is going to be the final one. And rather than being an input, this is going to be an output. There we go. So let's delete most of this. Okay, so let's copy part of this. Okay, so something like that. Wonderful. All right, so space is not the thing we're particularly lacking. So although this build is not big, it isn't a problem that it's not big. Later on, we will scale up the build, and when the build scales up, we'll probably be using the whole of this for red science, just for red science. But for now, I'm very happy to put a red science build in the middle of this, using up a ridiculous amount of space for something. All right. So then this needs to be split. 1, 2. Whoops. Okay. So I'm building with blueprints just because I've kind of got into the habit of it. All right, there we are. So that is the output. To make this work, we need some iron smelting and some copper smelting. And the way this is arranged, we have the copper this side and the iron this side. So I'm going to change this to be the iron station, this to be the copper station. That's fine. All right, so we will go back here. I think we worked out that this was 3 copper smelters. Okay, so we're going to set this up in a way where it can be grown. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Can we merge all this earlier? Yeah, we can. Okay, let's not run extra belts where we don't need them. I mean, it's not like the belts are super expensive at this stage, but... Okay. There we go. Okay. So that could go there. Pick that up again. Now, do I want it one way or the other? Just gonna move it down there. If we ever do beacons, we probably won't do A8 beacons anyway, but it's just the thought that counts, isn't it? Okay, so that runs down to there. So then, this feeds to that. And do we even want to do it that way anymore? We did it this way when we were really didn't have enough space to move. But that's without a splitter, which has to be slightly less UPS, I believe. I hope. Okay, then I think we have 5. We've got 5, yeah. Let's assume it's 5. Okay. Yeah. And it's essentially the same thing, right? So we are merging all the belts together. That. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, so I think that's right. Then this just needs to be carried through. So there's room here to double the smelting, which would double our red science production. We may need to juggle things around, put in a second gear machine, but you know, these are all possible things to do. So that, I think, is the design of our gear area. Alright, so this is a requester, and we need to reset this requester. Name, and I want to do this ideally red science copper ore. So this is, of course, because I didn't copy the names, did I? All right, so great. So that's the iron ore. And then this isn't a requester station. This is just a bog standard rail station. Okay, that doesn't fast replace. And so this is just called is it automation science pack? Yes, it is. Great. So then the next couple of things we need to do. First of all, do we have any electric furnaces in the network? No. We'll need to automate those. We have power for the top station, but not for this one. And not for this one. Trying to think of the best way to do this. Well, there isn't really a best way, but I prefer bringing power in at the head of the train rather than at the tail, although this is actually neater in this case. Yeah, that's neater. All right. So let's take this away. And that can go, that's not needed, that's for requesting. Okay. That is pretty awesome. Okay, so this is our red science production unit. And I think what we're going to do is take a copy of it from corner to corner. Right, I don't think we need that anymore. Oops, can't delete it now. Where's that gone? Delete. Okay. So, what I want to do is try again. This time I held down shift, it's gone blue instead of... Okay. And I want to name this blueprint okay, and put that down there for now. Seriously? And we'll put a pontoon under it so we know it's a module. Okay, so we now have an Automation Science Pack stamp. And the game is going to be coming up with a way to stamp it down that doesn't put pontoons under all the rail segments. So that's a job for next time, as well as automating production of furnaces. So until next time, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.